Charlie, when you heard that point about tax reform, that usually in the past has been real jet fuel to make this market skyrocket. We are now down 99 points, so we're certainly below that triple-digit loss threshold.
Right. Well, we should point out the markets have been down 600 points since early March. They haven't been up. That's when he backed away from the tax reform stuff. And here's something interesting. Before we got to before the speech, we did an exclusive interview with Mark Cuban. And what was interesting about this is Mark Cuban has been a constant critic of Donald Trump, supported Hillary Clinton, and here's what he told us, that he's warming up now to the Trump presidency. That was before the speech. This was a very popular speech. Why does Cuban like the new Donald Trump of the last couple of weeks? Much more ideologically diverse, he says. He likes the fact that Gary Cohn, the Democrat head of the NEC, National Economic Council, Ivanka, his daughter, who's playing a role, and Jared Kushner, his son-in-law, who are all Democrats, that they are playing a bigger role within the White House. And he actually said one point, and we're going to write this up for FoxBusiness.com, that Gary Cohn is leading a Democratic invasion of the White House, and that's why he thinks Trump is starting to moderate on several issues. What he pointed out to us was economic policy mainly, that you hear him walking back tax cuts unless they can get the big savings from health care. You hear him talk less about NAFTA, except for here. He did mention NAFTA here.
Very forcefully.
That's what I think is interesting. Now, I really wonder, and this is sort of interesting with Donald, you kind of don't know, really where he's going. Is he trying to feed red meat to the masses by we're going to fix NAFTA, we're going to undo this thing, or is he really planning to do it? Because if Gary Cohn has his druthers, I've known Gary Cohn for a long time, when he was the #2 at Goldman Sachs. If Ivanka Trump has her druthers, because she sells a lot of clothes overseas, if Jared Kushner has his druthers, they're not going to make a big redo of NAFTA. Okay, they're not going to build the wall.
Let me just touch upon the Reince Priebus comment.
That was interesting.
He gave a very warm greeting to Reince Priebus, who in the past couple of weeks people had said he's on tenterhooks.
He was fighting for his job.
He said, oh, Reince saw his house out the window, because Reince Priebus is from Wisconsin. Oh, saw his house out the window of Air Force One. He got all excited. Right. So he was very warm in that regard.
Well, if you remember, a couple of weeks ago, we were reporting there were 2 aides that were kind of on the outs as this Democratic invasion of Gary Cohn and Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner is happening. One of the aides was Steve Bannon. He's obviously still, although I hear his job for now is safe, people are telling me that, but he's still sort of, been downgraded. The other was Reince Priebus, his chief of staff. A lot of people blame him for not getting the health care overhaul passed through Congress because he's from Wisconsin, he's friends with Paul Ryan, he still couldn't make the sale. It sounds like he's telling Reince, how do you say his name?
Reince.
Reince. I'm sorry. It's me, okay? It took me a long time to say Jeff Sprecher right.
Sprecher.
Oh, it's Sprecher. I'm sorry. But in any event, it sounds like Reince is okay. But I will say one thing. Donald could change tomorrow.
Charlie, thank you very much.
Okay.